responsibility on Frankel. Set to go, racing in the Royal Lodge. And away to a good start too in the centre. Eskimo going on, but not at a great pace. On the inside in second is Slim Shady. Just dropping in behind them there on the inside, Treasure Beach, no pace at all. Then Clamour, and last is Frankel, about 5 off the pace as they start to amble uphill now towards the 5 furlong marker. It's Eskimo showing the way by 3 parts to Slim Shady the inside. 2 away then in third. Up on the outer is Clamour, tucked away on the inner Treasure Beach, and a length and a half last is Frankel, still 5-6 lengths off the pace as all the time they're climbing towards home now. And on the outside it's Eskimo, just increasing the tempo slightly by about a neck. On the inside Slim Shady, up in third. On the outer then is Treasure Beach, followed next in the field by Clamour, and Tom Queally now easing to the outside of horses. Now he wants to come around the outside of the field, the entire field in front of him now, and he makes his move, and that's a lightning move too. A real surprise here as he bounds up on the outside and takes up the running out wide. 3 to go. Now races into the lead. Immediately Eskimo under pressure. Behind them Slim Shady. Out wider then is Clamour, and further back Treasure Beach, but he's left them for dead here as they come inside the 2. He's gone 3-4 lengths in front of Frankel. In second place is Clamour, followed further back then by, on the inside, Eskimo and Treasure Beach. But this is a matter of name the distance inside the furlong, and Frankel is striding away. By golly, he looks a champion. It's Frankel by 10 lengths and going further ahead. Frankel goes on to win the Royal Lodge in the style of an absolute champion. That's it, they're ready for the St James's Palace. And the racing. And away to a fair start too. Rerouted down near the inside, was away smartly. Just dropping in behind them is Acceleration, and then out deep on the track there's Zoffany crossing over with Wood and Bassett as they settle fully into stride now, and Rerouted going on. And Frankel is back in the field in about 4th position on the inside under a tight hold. Rerouted going like the wind here, leads by 8 lengths on settling down, and does it well from the Japanese horse Grand Prix Bros in second. Dubawi Gold in third, then Frankel settled in behind 4th on the inside, followed by Wood and Bassett, and Acceleration who's further back in the field. Dream Ahead giving them a long start. Nebraska's next, and further back then is Zoffany as they race up now towards the half mile, and still out in front Rerouted by 4 lengths or so. But Frankel is now trying to get into the clear now, and is out after his pacemaker, and he's bridging the gap very quickly indeed. He's raced up on the outside now to grab the lead as they go to the 3. It's Frankel who takes it up now. He's gone 2.5-3 lengths in front as they round the turn. Further back then is Dubawi Gold in third, a gap to Acceleration. Further back in the field then is the Grand Prix Boss, but 2 furlongs left to go. It's Frankel. Frankel by 5 lengths. Acceleration coming out of the pack, followed then by Dubawi Gold, and further back Nebraska and Dream Ahead down the outside. He's starting to shorten stride, but he's still in front. It's Frankel by 3. Down the outside, Zoffany finishing fast, followed by Acceleration. It's Frankel now. He's starting to paddle. He's going up and down in the 1 spot, but he's held on. Frankel has won it. Frankel won the St James's Palace.
The start, the Kipco Sussex Stakes, last one forward. And they're off and racing. And from the stalls, Frankel bounds out enthusiastically. And as predicted, no one wants to accommodate him in giving him a lead. And Frankel and Canford Cliffs, the big 2, are cutting out the early running. But Frankel, despite leading, is racing in hand and pretty settled early on. Canford Cliffs quickly drops onto his rival's tail, anxious not to give away any track position as they climb steadily uphill. Raj the Man in third, and Rio de la Plata restrained. So Frankel now just striding on, slightly leads by about 2 to 3 lengths from Canford Cliffs as they climb uphill. In third is Rio de la Plata, and Raj the Man is at the rear of the field. So Frankel still under tight restraint, but very much Tom Queally in command of things at the moment, with Canford Cliffs just allowing the leader no more than 2 lengths start. Tom takes a quick look and he'll see that Canford Cliffs is right on his tail. Rio de la Plata in third, and Raj the Man in fourth. So Frankel at the halfway stage in the Kipco Sussex Stakes on the descent, still leading by 1.5 lengths. Tom Queally still sitting quietly. Canford Cliffs stalking his rival, then Rio de la Plata and Raj the Man, and Frankel is still travelling comfortably and is yet to be asked on the front end. Canford Cliff shadowing his rival, trying to decide when, if he can exert any pressure, and Frankel still travels strongly. Canford Cliff's the orange colours, and now Frankel for the first time is shaken up. Canford Cliff's in second place, over a furlong out. Frankel's acceleration is instant. Can Canford Cliff, who's drifting left, reel in his rival? No! A decisive no! Frankel, unbeaten, utilises that turn of foot to devastating effect and wins the Kipco Sussex Stakes. What a brilliant horse!
The great Frankel attempting to consolidate his reputation as the world's best. That's it, they're racing. And Frankel away pretty well and drops in behind them early, and the pacemaker goes on. Bullet Train by 2 or 3 lengths to Dick Turpin is up there in second. Then in third, Dewhurst Gold, and just behind them on the near side, Acceleration. In behind them is Frankel, wanting to go half a stride, maybe a stride faster. In behind, being held by Tom Queally, also pulling hard as Side Glance back in the field. They're followed next in the field by Poet's Voice, and last is Immortal Verse. So it's Bullet Train out in front, 6 lengths clear, but they're basically ignoring him. In second is Dick Turpin, 2 away then in third, follows Dewhurst Gold, followed next in the field by Acceleration. Now Queally giving this Frankel a little bit more rein, and now he's starting to move up on the outside. Acceleration going with him, followed then by Poet's Voice. They're virtually ignoring the pacemaker, and Frankel has strode up on the outside to lead the maid bunch here. Bullet Train well in front, but it's Frankel who's now about 6 lengths behind his pacemaker, being tracked now by Poet's Voice, and further back Acceleration. They're followed next in the field by Immortal Verse, who's got about 4 lengths to make up on Frankel. So Bullet Train comes back to them at the 2, being tackled now by the stablemate Frankel, who takes it up clearly. Acceleration behind them, followed by Immortal Verse, produced on the far side. A furlong left to go. It's Frankel by 2 lengths, trying hard. Acceleration, he's gone for the whip Queally, but kept going. Frankel goes on to make it 9 out of 9. Exciting, scintillating and sensational. Queally, they're set for the Queen Anne. Stand by. They're off. And a pretty good start too. Premier Loco on the near side began well, going fast in the early stages too, as Worth That right over on the far side with the noseman. He's looking around there, Ian Mongan on Bullet Train. He's looking to see where the others are. He's the pacemaker for Frankel, and Frankel right in his slipstream there in the pink cap in about 4th position. Going into second in the early stages is Joseph O'Brien on Acceleration. So on settling down, and it's Bullet Train who shows the way from Helmet, and Acceleration, and a half length away Frankel, who's smothered up in the centre. 3 parts away then Worth That. Further back in the field then the black cap of Side Glance. They're followed next by Premier Loco and Red Jazz, and right out the back is Windsor Palace. In company there with Strong Suit, who's second last, and Indomito is last, as they race up towards halfway in the Queen Anne. And it's Bullet Train taking them along at a good gallop. From in second, Helmet on the near side. Over on the far side in third then the purple jacket of Joseph O'Brien on Acceleration. Then in the centre is Frankel, and now Queally is giving him a bit more rein as he moves up now with 3 furlongs left to travel. He says go on Frankel. Frankel races now to a narrow lead. Acceleration trying to go with him, the old rival. They've got 2 furlongs left to go in the Queen Anne, and now he starts to shake the reins at Frankel. He gets an immediate response. The champion starts to draw away. He's gone 3 lengths in front. Acceleration can find no more, and this is a procession. It's now Frankel who's drawing away. What a performance. The superb, the spectacular Frankel. 11 out of 11, and in a zone of his own. It's Frankel who wins it by 8 lengths. Acceleration gets second. In third then is Side Glance, followed by Indomito, who ran on well.
So the 4 runners just about loaded away. And they're off racing for the Kipco Sussex Stakes, part of the British Champion Series. Fahar jumps out alertly, so alertly that he's just about alongside Bullet Train in the early stages. Bullet Train's rider had a look across, and Frankel is just going to drop onto the pacemaker's back, and Fahar in turn is content to shadow Frankel in third place, and they've dropped into Indian file with Gabriel at the rear of the field. So Bullet Train with a few anxious looks over his shoulder, Ian Mongan, to ensure he's setting the right pace for Frankel, who's in his slipstream in the pink cap. Fahar is content to try and do what Canford Cliffs couldn't 12 months ago, slipstream Frankel and get on top close home. And Gabriel is last of the quartet as they wend their way round this lower bend into the straight. Bullet Train just increasing the ante. Frankel still doing it easily in second place, Far in third, and Gabriel just niggled along last of the quartet, so running downhill. Bullet Train with Frankel exuberant on the descent. Bahar in third place, just a couple of lengths off them. For the first time, Frankie Dettori is changing his hands, and Bullet Train with Frankel imperious alongside at the moment. To look glance over the shoulder, Bahar pulls out, and Gabriel, they're both trying to mount their challenges, but Frankel continues on his imperious way, passing the two. Bahar being pushed along, then Bullet Train, and then Gabriel. The moment about to evolve when Frankel, the button is pressed, and he begins to stretch away. Bahar in second place. This is the moment. This is what makes him such a great racehorse. An instant turn of foot, and horses that are top class in their own right are made to look pedestrian. Frankel dismisses his rivals with contempt. 12 out of 12, a second Kipno Sussex Stakes, and 8th Group 1. Frankel beat Far by a long way. 10 furlongs, they're often racing. Frankel slow away, has dwelt and just required pushing into the bridle for the early stages, and as such he's lost the Bullet Train at the front, who's having a look round Ian Mongan to see where Frankel is, and now Tom Queally faces a dilemma. Having slept in the stalls, how close does he move? At this early stage, Sir Henry Cecil goes forward, Bullet Train clearly being restrained in an attempt to try and get Frankel on his back. His rider looking round persistently. Nathaniel is in third place with Master of Hounds. A little bit of early drama with Frankel in fifth place, Sleeping coming out of the stalls, and Pastorius is last of the six. So Sir Henry Cecil with Nathaniel now pushing on into second place. Bullet Train trying to get in front of Frankel in third and fourth place, but unable to slipstream him. He's following Nathaniel instead. In fifth place is Master of Hounds, and Pastorius is last of the six. So Sir Henry Cecil up the side of the course leads. Bullet Train just trying to make himself a nuisance up the inside once more and trying to move to the rails. In third place is Nathaniel. Frankel keeping his powder dry, riding rather than chasing the pace, which has been picked up by Bullet Train, eyeballing Sir Henry Cecil as they make their way up inside the final five. Nathaniel in third, Frankel in fourth, then Master of Hounds, and at the rear of the field is Pastorius. So out in front, Bullet Train leading and pressing on by a length or so now with half a mile to travel. From in second place, Sir Henry Cecil. Nathaniel is in third place. Frankel is in fourth with the pink cap and trying to move forward now into a challenging position. Master of Hounds and Pastorius as they move through with 3 furlongs to travel. Sir Henry Cecil corners in front from Nathaniel. Frankel pulls towards the outside. The pink cap, Tom Queally, beginning to try and close down. Sir Henry Cecil from Nathaniel. Frankel keeping closer, still being held together by Tom Queally. Sir Henry Cecil, Frankel moves alongside. Queally's finger poised on the button for one final electric burst. Frankel bidding to settle it. Sir Henry Cecil is making a fight of it on the far side. Frankel extends. Sir Henry Cecil is a worthy adversary, but up towards the line. All comers, all grounds, all beaten. Frankel won the Champion Stakes and lives up to the title.